Hello, beautiful souls. Here's a crazy one. What if that thing you least like about yourself, that you have been working so hard to make better, to ameliorate, to fix, to solve, to cleanse, mm, get rid of, and you cannot? It's still here. What if that is actually a superpower in disguise? The first time one of my friends suggested that to me, I was like, what? That sounds crazy. Keep talking. This is intriguing. Okay, so imagine this. Imagine you are a little kid and you're in an environment that feels frightening to you. It feels scary, and maybe it even felt life threatening. As a biological being, you are going to do what you can. You're going to use your drive to survive. You're going to use every skill that you have to navigate your environment. Makes sense, right? Anything you have an aptitude for, that's a tool you are going to apply. Okay, so here's an example. I'm a little kid. I'm in an environment that I'm reading as scary, threatening, and I realize, hey, I can actually sense how people are feeling before they do. So I am actually able to sense people's unconscious emotions, whatever's subterranean for them. I notice it before they do. And what that means is that I have knowledge before things start getting bad, before things move up to the surface and maybe start getting really scary out here. I have insider information, so I can do something about it. That was crucial because what that allowed me to do was either get out of there, or if I couldn't leave, do what I could to distract them, dissipate the situation, appease them, whatever coping mechanism I could come up with. But having that information was key, it was crucial. And so what I did was I developed that capacity to really notice, okay, when are people feeling bad? How are they feeling subconsciously? What's going on under the surface? What do I need to know? Right? Where are the dangers? So this is great. As a kid, it really helped me survive my environment. Fast forward as an adult, it's not so great because what it meant was I had this finely honed capacity for noticing what was going on under the surface, and I was doing it to everyone, everywhere, all the time. Ah, total focus on the negative. And of course, what I'm focusing on is what I'm seeing, it's how I'm perceiving my environment. And so even though I had this like facade of being happy, blah, 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 on the inside, I was constantly scanning for what was wrong. And so the world felt scary because I was always noticing, no matter what was actually happening in the environment, what the subterranean layers are. And of course, everyone feels bad. Like we all carry around stuff that's difficult. And if I choose to focus on that all the time, then that's how I make my world. And that is not a comfortable place to be. And so I spent a lot of time doing my best to not feel so bad, to not feel so crazy. You know, why am I so focused on all the negative? What's good? You know, the negative in myself, the negative in everyone around me. And then, you know, over time, I started to realize, okay, this is about focus. You know, what am I focusing on? Can I focus on different things? And when my friend pointed this out, that, you know what, Elena, this is actually probably something you're really good at. This is a superpower you have. What can you do with it? I was like, oh my goodness, duh. So instead of trying to get rid of this thing, instead of trying to shift it out or transform it somehow and, you know, like, I don't want this thing anymore. Now what I'm doing is evolving it. I'm expanding it. Taking this thing that I really don't like and working with it and growing it into something useful. Because now what I'm doing is I'm noticing all the beauty, all the subterranean joy and excitement. And that's super helpful, both for me individually, because now the world is a much nicer place when I'm able to do this. I'm not perfect at it, but still makes a really big difference. And I'm also able to help other people because I can notice, you know what, you You seem like you're feeling excited about this. Do you want to move in this direction? Things like that. It's also just because I do subtle energy work, it helps me see the whole person now when I'm working with people doing therapy. Um, I mean, of course, people were happy that I could focus on the negative because that's why they come to me. They want help shifting things that are challenging and difficult. And yet, now that I'm expanding that and seeing the whole person, it's really helpful. It's expanded my work, and it's, wow, it's really beautiful. So, feel into that. What is that thing or those things, that are really strong in you, that you're really good at, only they're not great? They're probably things that are superpowers that you are really good at. They're probably aptitudes, skills that you have honed over a long time. And so, how can you hone them in a different way, or expand them, or transform them in a way that you're using them to help yourself instead of make your life miserable? They were great as a kid or whenever you cultivated them. They're not so great now. What can you do at this level of consciousness to help yourself with them, to help them help you, to turn kryptonite into a superpower? If you want to share your examples or your ideas or just explore it in the comments, please do, because I'm sure we would all benefit from exploring this together and certainly having other examples than just mine. So feel free to share your explorations. I hope this helps. Enjoy exploring your superpowers. See you next time.